Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Makarov PM mod, which is being released by user Alex Scorpion, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is that iconic Russian Cold War pistol, the Makarov, and I love this mod. It is a very cool gun, and considering its historic nature, I mean it was a Russian-built Cold War weapon. I believe it was made back in the 50s, I think, don't quote me on that, and so the idea that this Cold War firearm might have found its way into the Commonwealth, I think fits quite nicely into the Fallout universe, and overall, it's just a fun weapon to have modded in. Let's take a look at the standard version here, and it is a beautifully modeled and beautifully textured gun, very nicely made, and in its standard form, it will do 25 damage using 10mm rounds, with a firing rate of 66, range of 119, accuracy of 58, and a weight of 4.2. And this thing can be seriously heavily modified to create such wacky guns as a sniper Makarov with an extended barrel, which I find hilarious looking, but actually is quite effective. Or, of course, we could also make something like a Makarov submachine gun with the laser pointer and flashlight, and that is awesome. I mean, come on, look at that giant freaking drum magazine. It's great. So, how do you get your hands on one of these once you do have the mod installed? Well, thankfully, it is actually pretty simple, as this is added into the leveled loot list, so you will be able to find it on a variety of enemies all throughout the Commonwealth, and you should be able to find it in stores. Or, of course, do what I did and use console commands to bring it in, cause hey, it works. Now let's go and take a look at the various modifications we have for this thing, as they are quite extensive. Now we're actually, well, what the heck, we'll start at this one and start up at the receiver, and as you can see, we have the fairly standard receivers in here. You know, your standard, your light, your heavy, your calibrated, hardened, etc. But we do also have options for automatic receivers as well, so you can turn this thing, well, like I said earlier, into a bit of a submachine gun, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so you do have quite a number in here between the automatic and semi-automatic, and of course all the various calibrated armor piercing, etc. Very, very cool overall, a lot of good choice. Now, in the barrel, we have just 4 options, either a standard, an improved, a light barrel, and a light improved barrel, all of which will, of course, affect either your range, accuracy, etc., which is always nice. We then have in the grips a couple. We have the standard, a comfort grip, a sharpshooter's grip, and then that sniper grip I showed off earlier, which just, I don't know, it just looks weird, but again, I kinda like it. But there we go, a lovely sniper's grip. And then in the magazines, we have the standard, a mid, large, and then gigantic drum magazine, which is, I think, larger than the pistol itself, which just, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now, in sights, we don't have a whole lot of options here, but these options can be extended by adding some other attachments onto the gun, which we'll get to here in a second. But in the standard sights that fit straight on the gun, we either have the standard 2 different colors of glow sights, and then 2 different colors of Dot Reflex sights there, which are quite useful. Next, we have, of course, these typical muzzle attachments of a compensator, muzzle brake. Now, we do have the sniper barrel, which just makes the thing really long, which, I mean, hey, works. And then, of course, a suppressor. And then the final attachment that we have, which, I mean, technically is final, but technically not, is the rail mount. Now, by default, you'll have no mount on this thing, but by adding a rail mount, you will get a whole new selection of additional modifications. As you can see now here, we have an under rail adapter, which we can add onto it a flashlight, a bright flashlight, and a foregrip. Now, I'm actually going to have to head over to this gun because I don't have enough adhesive left on me, because when you do select the foregrip and build it, you also get an additional attachment point to then put on a more things. Basically, you can put additional flashlights and laser dots on there, which it's not showing up in here now. We may have to exit the crafting table here and then come back. We have had this glitch in the past, but yes, when you do add the foregrip, you then get another place to put a foregrip flashlight, as you can see here, and a foregrip laser pointer. And then we also do have which it's also not showing here yet. We're gonna have to back out quickly and hope that this glitch gets fixed, which it's a glitch in the engine because, of course, you know, this game doesn't really like you adding things that then add additional points. And yeah, still not bringing the other bits, but we do have the scope on rail now, which is at least good. So with the rail mount, you can also add a scope to that rail, and we have another selection of things in here, 2 different red dot reflex scopes, a medium scope, a night vision scope, and a recon scope, which does mean that technically you can have 2 scopes on the gun, which is a little weird, so I would suggest, you know, not doing that, because it does mess with the accuracy of the aim down sights, but I mean, theoretically you can there. Now, I'm wishing I could get it to show the other foregrip things, but we may have to come back after taking some test shots just to show that off. So let's do the test shots, and hopefully that'll, you know, by the time we get back, fix that. So with the standard Makarov here, we have some pretty decent, typical iron sights, and of course, a good shooting sound. There we go, and a nice solid animation, and overall it's just a nice gun, though the sound is a bit loud, I think, louder than typical. In fact, I'm actually going to turn it down in the video a bit because, yeah, it is a lot louder than a standard gun. Now let's take a look at the sharpshooter version here, which, of course, just all these strange, weird additional attachments, but still, there we go, a good functioning sniper rifle. And then finally, of course, we do have the suppressed version, which, with how loud the sound is, I'm going to enjoy. Oh, it's like night and day with the volume of that, and man, does this drum magazine hold a whole lot of bullets. Which is, hey, a great thing. I really like that. And yes, as you can see, we do have the laser sight on there. We do have it fitted with an extra bright flashlight, so it's even brighter than normal. And yeah, all in all, very cool. Now let's see if we can actually go back here real quick and get that those additional bits. Ah, here we go. Now we do have them. So yes, once you do have the foregrip and things are working correctly, you can also add on either a green or red laser, and also with the flashlight, you can either have no flashlight, a flashlight, or the bright flashlight. So yeah, it's just the fun thing of whenever you're adding a part that then adds additional attachment points. The game just does not like that sometimes, but there we go. So we do have a large number of possible attachments, and I gotta say, I think I like this one the best. I mean, just a giant drum magazine that's bigger than the gun, with a freaking foregrip on a pistol with the laser scope and a freaking extra bright flashlight. Oh, it's a wonderful thing. Which, you know, that means now we have to go and take care of poor Will over here. Let's actually, what the heck, we'll get out the sniper one, which does only do 43 damage, so it's not like it's the most, damaging sniper rifle ever in the world, but hey, it's a sniper pistol, so let us take aim. No sneaking this time, let's just get him. Boom, I missed. Of course I missed. Oh, got him that time. There we go. 2 shots to take him down. Which, oh, there's Randy to Radstag. You know what? We're actually going to chase him down with the automatic one because, that sounds fun to me. And yeah, well, we're going to have to take him down now, too, now that you guys have named him. It's all your fault. You commenters are the one who gave him the name. So, that means he must now perish by fully automatic fire. There we go. Poor Randy the Radstag, taken down by, yep, only about a dozen bullets. But there we go, probably a couple more than he actually needed. But yes, this is the Makarov PM mod, a very fun gun added into the game, which again, considering its Cold War heritage, I think fits very nicely into the world, and overall is just a very well-made firearm with a lot of attachments that you can do a heck of a lot with. So that is going to be it for this video. If you'd like to check out this mod for yourself, and I definitely suggest that you go and do, you can take a look at the link in the description as usual. That will be it for today. I hope you all have enjoyed and that you do come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one!